Okay, now, so we have studied Prithvi, Vayu, Akasham, Apa, Agni, Chandrama, Ravi, Kapota, Ajagara, Sindhu, Patanga, Madhukrat, Gajaha, Madhuha, Harinaha, Meena, Pingala, Kurara. The 6 more is remaining. Today we will complete it. So every day six gurus. Systematically we are studying. We'll take up Arbaka. Yeah, this is the English translation. Arbaka means child. Balaha, Arbakaha, Arba child. So our Avadhuta was roaming. He was watching the nature of the child. We are all in that state only. Now we have grown. So when you watch this child, very nice kind of the character child has got. He watched and learned one thing from child. What is that? Name manava manostaha na chinta geha putrinam atma krida atmarati vicharami iha balavat. Aham vicharami iha balavat. Like small boy, child. I am roaming here. I care not for honor or insult. Mana avamanav namestaha. When you grow, we like honor, we don't like insult. That is a problem. All over the world, human being, we don't like insult, we like honor. He says, Name mana avamanav na chinta geha putrinam. I never worry about my family. Nor I have the worry of family men possessing houses and children. Geha means house, putrinam, children. Like a boy, I roam about, having my sport and joy in the self. Atma krida atma rati. All the worldly people, the lokayata manusha, very much interested in geha and putra, reveling and getting joy from geha and putra. But he says, my joy from atma krida atma rati. I play in atma, I enjoy my atma. Atma krida atma. This is the position of a realized soul, of the saintly person. It's okay. We tried to get mana, apamana, honor and dishonor equal. We tried that. Now we are enjoying our people, our relatives, our home, all the things. But while we are enjoying this as a grihastha, we have to shift our attention from here to here. Shifting attention from geha putra to atma rati, atma krida means spiritual sadhana. That's all. So we have to live in this like child. So not like child. The attitude of child, we have to learn from the child. This is what he says. Okay? Mana apamana. So now see, mana apamana, honor and dishonor, honor and insult, taking equal is not an ordinary thing. Because we have ego. Powerful ego. So ego is getting disturbed. When somebody says very nice words about us, we are happy. They are giving some negative comment, we are upset. So very sensitive. Our mind is very sensitive. So we should train our mind to take honor and dishonor equally. This is what child's nature. You honor the child, no reaction. You insult the child, no reaction. You take the child and you just speak to him. You are very great. You look so nice. The child will smile. You know who is your father? Idiot fellow. Smiles. Your mother, or you. Nothing is there in her mind. Smiles. Very interesting. Just scold that family, smiles. So the attitude of child is very nice to receive honor and insult very easy. So he understood that. We also should live like this child to receive honor and insult. It is very difficult to receive the insult. We like honor, we don't like insult. But even though we do not like insult, insult will come to us. We have to receive it. So therefore, we don't have control over the world. Please don't insult me. So insult will come. So we have to train our mind to receive the insult. This is what I learned from the child. And one more thing. Dvau eva chintaya mukto paramananda haplutau. Two people are completely away from the problems. Dvau we have two people. Two. Chintaya muktau. They are free from worries. In the world, two people are completely free from worries. Who are they? Yo mugdho jadaha balaha. Yo gunebhyascha paramgataha. So one is the child, thoughtless and without any effort. And the one is child, another one is sage, who has gone beyond the three gunas of Prakriti. Gunebhyaha paramgataha. The person who crossed gunebhyaha paramgataha, sattva, rajas, tamas. All the three gunas he covered. The Trigunatita and Bala. This person, these two people are completely away from the worries. So if you want to not to get worry, then we have to become like child. We have to go beyond three gunas. Going beyond three gunas is becoming child, that's all. You scold whatever you want. Ramana Maharishi, simplicity. Tapan Maharaj, simplicity. Great science. So how to not to get worry, I learned from the child. This is the main lesson. Okay, main lesson from the child I learned. Nowadays, the people are talking about mindfulness. Wherever I go, I hear the word mindfulness. Mindful. Mind is filled with so many things. This is mind full. You have gap between the two words, mind, gap, full. Here, mindful. Mindful means without any thoughts, worries. Okay? Mindfulness. This is what mindfulness. So mind is completely empty. Empty means we know, we have knowledge, but we do not have worries. Having knowledge is different, having worries is different. Through the knowledge, you try to eradicate or eliminate worries. Then we also will become mindfulness like this. See how relaxedly sitting. Stylish pose. So from the child I understood how to not to worry. Okay. Childlike is different, childish is different. You know the difference between these two. So we have to make our mind like child, the child attitude towards honor and dishonor. This is called a sadhana. So we are sitting and doing japa for half an hour. When we get up, we are completely insulted by somebody. So we are completely affected. You are doing half an hour japa and you are insulted. You are getting worried about your insult. Purpose of doing japa, all the puja, everything, we have to train our purification of mind. Through the purification of mind, we have to work on the intellect. We have to reflect about this kind of truth and we have to get the knowledge. Through the knowledge, we will receive honor and insult equally. Okay, this is what I learned from. Next, Kumari, girl. This girl is going to get married. I don't know where our Avaduta was watching this in the family. Very nice stories given. Episode is very nice. In Indian family and all, from the boy's house, some relatives will come visit the girl's house. And they'll watch whether she walks properly, she speaks properly, whether she cooks properly, all the things they will check. And they want to notice what kind of background this family has got. What kind of relatives. They will visit and they will notice everything. So this girl is ready to get married. What happened on the particular day, the relatives came there. The people came there. On that day, this girl's father, mother, relatives went away. Only girl was there in the house. And she has to manage the relatives there. Okay. Now it's very nice. Kvachit kumari tu atmanam vrananan griham agatana swayam tam arghayamasa kwapi yateshu bandushu. In a certain place, some people arrived in a house with a marriage proposal for a girl. Marriage proposal for a girl. They came. Already informed. They are coming. On that particular day, the girl's relatives went away. Okay. As all the elders of that house had gone out. All the elders have gone out. Elders are gone out. The girl herself received the visitors. Now, girl was there in the house and she received the visitors. Highly matured girl. Suddenly, she did not know how to give food for these people. Maybe morning 9 o'clock after breakfast, they came. Breakfast is over. Just now, we finished all breakfast. Our father, mother went away. This is between breakfast and lunchtime, maybe. So she goes into the house and she was engaging these people. And she went into the house. And she wanted to cook for these people. She was searching the rice. Rice was not there. Problem is little, I don't know how to manage. Suppose if they think me that I'm not able to manage, they will drop me. They will search for another nice girl. So what this girl was doing, she takes a paddy. She takes a paddy and started pounding it in the backyard of the house, backside of the house. When she was pounding this, paddy, and she used to, in those days, our girls used to wear bangles. When she was pounding, the sound started coming. So she thought that, hey, these relatives will think that we do not have anything, we are in poverty. So if they think like that, they may drop me. Therefore, thinking that, she removed many of the bangles. Only two bangles she kept and started pounding. When she was wearing so many bangles, now, just two bangles. Now she removed one bangle. Only one bangle she had. One bangle here, one bangle right and left hand. Now there is no sound. She started pounding. Our Avaduta, I do not know where you are sitting and watching this girl. How she managed this. And Avaduta came under conclusion, hey, he learned one very nice lesson from this girl. Okay, see, very nice background also is given. Okay, Avaduta. Tesham abhyavaharatam shalin rahasi. Rahasi means the secret. She was pounding this paddy, secret. Agnantya. Avagnantya. Prakoshtasta chakruhu shanka. Shanka means it's made up of shanka, glass kind of bangles. Swanam mahat. Okay, swanam means this swanam. What do you call it? Swanam means it created sound. For extending proper hospitality to them, the girl now began to husk paddy. Okay, solitary place. While doing so, the conch bangles on her arms made a loud clanging sound by mutual impact. She managed very nicely. Okay, the story has got so many shlokas. Just a selected few shlokas to tell you. Okay. Now, our Avaduta says, wandering as I do, I learned truth directly from life in the world. I learned the following lesson from that girl. From that girl, I learned lesson. So how openly he says. Watching at this girl, I learned one powerful lesson. What lesson is there to learn from bangles? Huh? He learned. What is that? This is the bangle. You like this bangles? Yeah. Bangle background. Vase bahunam kalagaha bhavetu varta doyorapi ekeva chare tasmat kumarya iva kankanaha. He says, if too many people live together, quarrel will be there. Too many people will be there. Quarrel will be, definitely quarrel. So much of sound, too many people, okay? If there are two people, if only two, then even then, the mutual conversation will be there. Unnecessary conversation will come if you have two people. So I would travel alone like single bangle on the girl's arm, like single bangle. Conversing with none. I am not having conversation with anyone. Simply I am moving in this world alone. Solitude. What a powerful lesson. Eh? Simply from the bangles we learned lesson. Whenever we are moving with a good big gang, definitely the groups will be there. Fight will be there. Difference of opinions will be there. So vase bahunam kalakaha bhavet varta dvayorapi. If two people, then unnecessary talks also will come. Thus ekayeva chare tasma. Therefore, I started moving alone. Kumarya iva kankanaha. Kumarya kankana iva. Kankana means bang. What kind of lesson is that? Very nice lesson. I like this example. Powerful example. As much as possible, so we have to live alone, that's all. So we cannot avoid the group. So we have to, when we participate in the group, we have to understand one thing. Definitely there will be fight and difference of opinion. With that understanding only, we have to participate. If anybody comes to unnecessary, they will talk, they will start unnecessary topics. They will take from our mouth, our word. So they try to pull words from our mouth. So we should be little careful. Vata dayoropi. Therefore, ekaiva charayati vidwan kumarya iva kankar. This is what I learned from this Kumari. Okay, the point. Ekante sukhamasya. The Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says in Sadhana Panchagam, ekante sukhamasyatam. So in solitude, live joyously. Sukhamasyatam. Solitude is praised by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya in Sadhana Panchagam. And in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says in 13th chapter, Vivikta desha sevitvam aratir jana samsadi. Maichananya yogena bhaktiram vyabicharini vivikta desha sevitvam. Vivikta desha sevitvam. As much as possible, we have to spend time alone. Aratir jana samsadi. Not enjoying with the people. Going to party after sometimes, some kind of age, maybe 60, 70-year-old. You have to stop all going to party, all these things. Not participating in the community program. Slowly we have to withdraw from this kind of activity. Vivikta desha sevitam aratir jana samsati. Not enjoying mundane society. Enough. Till 50 years, live complete life. Then after 50, slowly we have to withdraw ourselves from this social activities. Yeah, we should have social activities, not involving so much. Slowly we have to go inside. That we have to decide. According to our setup only, we have to decide how much we can involve, how much we can withdraw. Okay. The thing is solitude. From the Kumari's bangle, I understood I have to practice solitude to avoid unnecessary problems. Very nice lesson. Solitude is different. Loneliness is different. Loneliness means I want to have group, but group is not allowing me to join in that group. They are pushing me out of the group. So I am alone. So loneliness is negative. Solitude is positive. I myself want to come out of this kind of group. That's all. I don't want to. When I am alone, I enjoy. Then that is solitude. When I am alone, I am not enjoying. That is loneliness. So we have to understand whether we are in loneliness or solitude. We are in loneliness and we are suffering. And we are telling, I am in solitude. Nobody is calling me. It's okay. I am in solitude only. Sir, you are worrying. You are in loneliness. In solitude, you have to enjoy your life. Okay. So this is what I learned from Kumari's bangle. Next one. Blacksmith. Blacksmith or goldsmith. The person who is heating up this what do you call the iron piece and is making arrow. This particular day, this blacksmith is making arrows, the sharpness of the arrow. When he was making, the king was going that side. The king and his procession, the whole army behind the king is going on. So this blacksmith, this man, sitting in his own shop on the road, near the road, next to road. So in his shop, he is completely heating up this iron piece and sharpening this. In those days, we have to sharpen the pencil by blade, razor blade. In those days, we used to do in India. I do not know other place. Pencil will be. Whenever class is getting bored, we will ask teacher, I want to sharpen this. It will take minimum 10 minutes. Teacher will go, hey, enough, come in. Because I want to avoid the class, therefore I went outside, sharpening the pencil. When you sharpen this pencil, the whole attention is on there at that place. The same way, this blacksmith, he was doing the sharpening the arrow. In front of him, the king is moving. When king moves, you know what kind of the procession will take place. The procession is going. So much of sound. So much of parivar. He did not listen. He did not look at this king. Completely concentrated on his job. Focused on his job. Avadhuta is sitting somewhere and looking at this fellow. Avadhuta is watching this king procession at the same time this fellow also. Hey, I have to get focus of mind like this blacksmith. This is what I understood from blacksmith. Manaha ekatra samyujyat jitaswasa jita atmanaha vairagya abhyasa yogena griyamanam atandritaha. After gaining mastery over the sitting posture and the vital energy. First, jitaswasa jita asana. Pranayama and asana jita. Mana ekatra samyujyat. So we have to focus our mind. After getting the asana jitam and pranayama. So in Ashtanga Yoga also, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. It goes like that one. So in the beginning we should have good values, yama, niyama, then asana practice, then pranayama, then pratyahara. So we have to practice our mind focus. Vairagya abhyasa yogen. One should try to fix the mind on the single object of meditation. Okay? Through the dispassionate practice. Vairagya abhyasa yogi. Is what Krishna also says to our Arjuna. Vairagyena tu abhyasena agrihyate. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoruva sudushkaram asamshayam mahabhago mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu vairagyena grihyate. So by practice and by vairagya, you can get it. You can bring back the mind from the objects. Krishna also says the same word in Bhagavad Gita. Tat evam atmani avaruddha chittaha. Atmani avaruddha chittaha means completely controlled mind. This man, the blacksmith, completely controlled mind. Naveda kinchit. Naveda. He did not know. Kinchit bahihi antaramba. He is completely forgotten himself. Inside and outside. His mind is completely focused on that arrow, how to make it, how to sharpen the arrow. Yata Ishukaraha. Ishukara means the blacksmith or one who makes arrow. Ishukara. Nripatim Vrajantam. The king is moving. The king and his procession passing by. Next to him. Big procession. Ishau Gatatma, not Tadarsha. Ishau Gatatma. His mind is completely focused on the arrow. Na Tadarsha Parshva. He did not see in front of him. Parshva means in front of him. He's not going somewhere away from this man. In front of him, procession is going on. He never gave attention to that procession. Completely absorbed in arrow making. So this kind of focus of mind I have to develop in my life. This is what I learned from this man. All are practical. See how we can teach Bala Vihar. Small suggestion I'm giving. So these are the incidents. These are the incidents he watched and he learned the lesson. Okay. From the incidents he learned the lesson. Now what we can do, we take this lesson and make the incident in front of the people, children, and they can learn it. The reverse direction we have to do. Are you getting it? So one of the Balivihar classes, you can bring this for that paddy, all this pounding, what do you call? I don't know how to tell this. Olakai. How do you tell Olakai? Okay, this. You start pounding it. And ask them to bring some paddy. Okay? And you bring some bangles from the shop. So many children will be there. Ask them to wear it. And first time, let them wear whole bangles. And ask them to remove completely, only two. Then it will take half an hour. 4 or 5 children, they will get chance, half an hour. But the whole class will never forget this, their life, till their last breath. Finished. So one lesson has gone very, very deeper into their system. No need to bring all the 24 lessons. So whatever is very, very easy to exhibit, that we can do it. You getting it? The ideas are from Avadhuta Gita itself. So no need to think more how to teach, how it is. Sir, already it is there, the material we have. From the incidents only he collected. So the collected information, we have to unfold it. My suggestion, if you want, you try, okay? I got a nice message. I will do it in the schools. Today only I got this idea. Just now I got this idea. I will apply this. Okay. Whatever is easy, that we can do. That's all. When you focus this camera, when you focus the camera, when you focus on this flower, the background will be like dim. This we know. Every day we are using this camera and this and that. Okay. And if you focus that that picture, so this picture will be dull. If you focus this distant material or the object, this object will be dull. If you focus this, and the background will be dull. I hope you understand this. Very simple too. The same way. Here also, if you focus on Lord Krishna, something is dull background. But something I kept this so dull. What is that? Money. Focus on money. Krishna will be dull. Simple. Where is our focus? So it is not that we are not seeing the Krishna. Krishna also is seen, but focus is there on the money. You getting it? Focus is different. Seeing is different. So we see so many people, only our mind is focused on some other person. That's all. The same way. It doesn't mean that I'm not seeing this. I see money also, I see Krishna also. But Krishna is focused more than the money. That's all. Here, money is focused than the Krishna. Okay. Now, in the Mahabharata, Arjuna was hitting that bird. We know the story, episode. Dronacharya was asking, Arjuna, are you seeing me? Arjuna says, no, sir. All other students are getting shocked. Adapavi. What kind of answer you are telling? In front of you, Guru is standing. You are telling that I'm not seeing you. Arjuna, are you seeing this tree? No, sir. Arjuna, are you seeing this branch? No, sir. Arjuna, are you seeing this bird? No, sir. All these students are, you, what kind of answer he is telling? But our teacher is giving all 100 mark, 100 mark. For no answer, 100 mark. We all told yes mark, we got 0 mark. What kind of teacher this man? I'm not able to see you, sir. I'm not seeing the tree. I'm not seeing the branch. I'm not seeing the bird also. So what you are seeing, I am only seeing the neck of the bird. Hit it. Muncha. So it doesn't mean that Arjuna is not seeing Guru, tree, and he has seen everything. But focus is on the neck of the bird. That's all. So focus. We also, when we are living, so we do so many works. So when you go to office, we are joking and we are drinking coffee, going here and there, all the work. But our complete work is on the file work, on the document. That's all. I hope you are getting it. Focus means not simply sitting and focus. Simply sitting and focus. The meditation, the different focus. But while we are living in this world, focus should be on the job. Okay, that is also focus. So one kind of focus, sitting in the meditation, focus our mind completely from the body. Also, we have to take the mind. How to focus in the meditation? That is also we can understand. How to focus our job while we are living in this world? That is also we can understand. Okay, focus. So focus of the mind only I understood from blacksmith. Okay. Next one is sarpa. From the snake I understood. What is there to understand the snake? The snake, nature snake never built any house. The ants only, they built house, ant hill. The snake will go and live in ant hill. This is how all the sadhus, munis lived in those days. They will not make their own ashram or house. And they will move in the forest. Under the tree they will stay. Under some ashram they stay. Or some veranda. In those days, all the Indian houses used to have veranda. So these people will come and stay some house veranda and they stay, then they move. Nowadays, there is no, if you go to Bombay, where is veranda? Veranda itself is house there. Now, everything has changed. We are living in modern world. Okay. Griharambo adidukkaye vipalascha adruvatmanaha sarpa parakritam veshma pravishya sukhamedate. The nature of sarpa, building a home for one's temporary self is a vain and troublesome endeavor. So this is meant for sadhu sannyasi in those over that days. So this is not completely, you cannot take it as it is for today's world. Okay. So then now we have to understand. Sarpa parakritam veshma, parakritam. The serpent happily prospers having entered a home built by others. Built by others means what? Ant hill. The serpent used to live in the ant hill. Ant makes the home. Sarpa goes and lives there. What is there? You are telling this is good value. For sadhu, sannyasis, this is the value. They should not keep the possessions. They have to move. Wandering sannyasis, avaduta. So I am also doing like sarpa vritti. I move without making anything, just moving. Chariveti. This is what I understood from the serpent. Okay. This was sadhu sannyasis, okay, on those days, in those days. What kind of lesson we have to learn in our life? Okay. Make use of things for our growth. That's all. Make use of things only I have written here. Others things I don't read. I don't write here. Okay. Make use of other things for our growth. That is wrong. Not other things here. Like how serpent is making use of ant hill. No. That is meant for avaduta. So what kind of lesson we have to learn from snake? Whatever the things we have created by other people. So we use this pen, board, computer, all car, house, all the things are created by so many people, contributed by so many people. We just give money and bring the object and make use of those people. So those things for what? To our growth, to grow in our spiritual path. This is what we have to understand from the snake. Literally, we should not take. My brother built the house. I sent him away from the house. Then I entered into the house. Why? The lesson I learned from Avaduta Gita. It's very difficult to follow all the gurus. One guru, I like it. Who is that? Serpent. If somebody makes house, then you go and drive him away and you take it. Why you are doing like this? My inspiration is Avaduta Gita, particularly like snake. Krishna only taught this lesson to Uddhava. Compromising our negative values. Now that is not right. So how to understand the example? Some Balavikar children will ask this kind of question. You will be irritated at that time. You do not know how to answer it. This example is meant for Avaduta. Now we have to understand. Using all the things, all the created thing is meant for us. How to use it? We have to thank this man who created this digital board. Who created very nice digital board, camera, computer, everything. We have to thank this department, the science department, engineering department. Why? We are using this for our growth. The same way. So whatever the things we see in this world, use maximum possible way, and for the growth of the individual, growth of the society. That's all. So this lesson we learned from snake. Moving to next, Urnanabi, spider. From the spider, what we have to learn? What is there to learn from the spider? Spider is very powerful example in Upanishad and all. Very special quality spider has got. Eko Narayano Devaha Puru Srishtam Somayaya Samhritya Kala Kalaya Kalpantai Idam Ishwaraha. The one self who becomes the foundation and the reservoir of all. Just leave this. Eko Narayana Devaha. Narayana, Lord Narayana is Eko, the one Paramatma. Puru Srishtam Swamayaya. He created this world because of this Maya. One Lord Narayana. Narayana means what? Parabrahma Tattvam. You should not understand Sangha Chakra Gadadhari. Paramatma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That Lord, he created this world Swamayaya, because of his Maya. Through the Maya only he created. Samhritya Kala. After some time, Samhritya, he swallows. Kalpanta Idam Ishwara. That Ishwara, that Narayana, that Devaha, through Maya only he created, through Maya only he absorbed everything. He created, he dissolved. Okay, what is there with the spider? Truth is okay, understood. How you are connecting this with the spider? Yatha Urnanabihi Hridayat Urnam Santatya Vaktrataha Taya Vihritya Bhuyastam Grihati Evam Maheshwaraha. Maheshwara is like the way the spider expands its thread from itself, with that thread by its mouth enjoys and swallows that thread again, the Supreme Lord also operates. Yatha Urnanabi. Urnanabi means spider. Urnanabi, Hridayat, from the heart, from the mouth. Urna, Santatya. Urna means here the thread. Vaktrata, from the mouth. So it takes this thread and what that makes this web. Urnam Samtatya Trataha. After some time, he only makes from its own mouth. This is Urnanabi, spider, and it lives, enjoys with that web. After some time, Vihritya Bhuyaha. Grisati, the Urnanabi itself, swallowing all the thread again back. That we are not allowing. We go and disturb that. Before it swallows, we are going and disturbing this. The creation, only the spider has got this kind of ability to create and to swallow. No other species has got this kind of ability. Only spider has this ability. Evam Maheshwaraha. Maheshwara also like that. Evam Maheshwara means Lord Supreme Lord also is doing same like Urnanabi. Therefore, Maheshwara is Urnanabi. Therefore, Lord is spider. Not spider, like spider he creates. Interesting. Now see, spider creates from itself. Spider only. After that, spider only withdraws everything. That's all. In the same way. The Lord only creates everything. Lord only enters into this world. And Lord only everything withdraws. Srishti Sthiti Laya Karana. Very interesting insect. This is what I understood from the spider. Our children, when they see this, they'll think of Spider-Man. How Spider-Man flies from one building to other building, I also should fly. Danger. Spider-Man becomes a hero for them. That is for fun and for entertainment. But this is the reality. There are so many technical things. Upadana Karana, Nimitta Karana, all the Karanas will come if you go a little deeper into this study, there's so many. So when Lord creates this universe, where he has got the 5 elements, where? Suppose we build a house, we have land. So we bring all the bricks, all the wood, all the materials, steel, iron, everything we are bringing from some company. We are building it. In the same way, when God creates this world, from where he brought all the 5 elements? From where? How he keeps the 5 elements in the space? How he creates? It's very amazing to imagine. So he himself creates. He himself enters. He himself swallows everything. Spider is the best example. How he creates, sustains, and destroys. Okay? Therefore, we call him GOD, God. Creator, organizer, and destroyer. In English. Very nice word in English. So he generates, he organizes, and destroys. Therefore, we are calling in English Lord or God. This is a mantra from Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka Upanishad, the essence only kept in Avaduta Gita. Yatorna nabi srjate grinnate cha yata prithivya moshadaya sambhavanti yata sata purushat kesha lomani tata aksharat sambhavatiha vishwam. Very nice example. As the spider projects and withdraws the web, as the herbs and plants sprout from the earth, as hairs grow on the head and body of man, so from the imperishable comes the universe. 3 examples are given. Urnanabi, Aushadam, and Keshalomani. How we are getting Keshalom? The hair on the head. Hair grows. How the plants are coming from the earth. How Urnanabi, the spider, creates. In the same way, from the Paramatma only, from the imperishable Brahman, the universe has come. But science is telling that this is because of Big Bang theory. Big Bang, the singularity. From the singularity, the dot, the minutest dot, the whole world expanded. Still it is expanding, they are telling. So Big Bang theory, in science, they are bringing their theory. Some theory should be there when you come to creation. Some theories science should tell. Here in Upanishad, it is told like that. Okay. So Urnanabi, the spider example from Upanishad only, it is, he has brought here, our Avaduta. Okay. So from the spider, whatever, Lord is a source of the universe. This is what I understood. Whenever we find some creation, there must be some creator. Simple logic. If there is creation, creator must be there. If there is child, the father should be there. Simple logic. So who is the creator? The Lord is the creator. Every religion has got their own names and ways to worship him. That's all. Different religion, different path, different worship method, different rituals. But the truth is same. That truth is indicated in Upanishad. So this is the truth compared or related with the creation. Is it okay? This is what I understood from spider. Supesha Kriti. Supesha Kriti means wasp. This is the last one, the wasp. Now see, the wasp, very nice nature, nice quality, the wasp. It's like bee, but very powerful. It's very powerful. If it hits, very poisonous. Wasp. Nice wasp, very colorful wasp. Colorful, but we cannot allow this to hit. Colorful, okay, let it be there. It's very interesting part, the nature of the wasp, okay. This is the what you call mud part. So mud, what you call, it makes its own house, okay. This is the way he made, the wasp made, all 3. This is closed now. This is closed, okay. This also is going to close now. The nature of this wasp, it will bring a worm. And this wasp will put this worm inside this shell. It's made up of mud. And after that, this will close. Okay, one by one is closing. It has got that kind of ability. It makes its own mud house and brings some worm, put it there and close it. After closing this wasp will make sound like that. It's making constant sound out of this mud shell, mud house. So hearing this sound of the wasp and the worms inside the mud house will always think about this wasp. The worms are thinking about the wasp. The worms also will become wasp. See the creation, the amazing creation. We cannot say, we are very, very popular, very familiar with how human is getting birth, how animal is getting birth, how birds are getting birth from the egg, from that womb. So we are very, very familiar. But whenever we hear this kind of, how it is possible, we immediately will ask question, how it is there in the creation, that's all. So you cannot ask how. In the creation, it is there. Okay. From the cow dung, we are getting worms from the cow dung. So how the worms are coming from the cow dung? Sometimes the fruits you get worm. One single, there is no father worm, there is no mother, only one worm is there in the fruit. How the worm will be there in the fruit? We do not know. It's a creation's amazing creation. The same way. Here, the sound of this wing, what do you call the wasp, hearing that, because fearing of that wasp will kill me, wasp will hit me, by fear only, this worm will become wasp. I do not know whether you have to put this in the scientific field or biological field, or I do not know which, this belongs to which science, I do not know. But the philosophy says that. The worms are thinking about a wasp, the worm also will become wasp. This is the philosophy. Okay? Yatra yatra manaha dehi dharayet sakalam diya snegha dveshat bayatvapi yati tattat sarupatam. The philosophy is, on whatever state of form the conditioned soul with intelligence fixes his mind. Whenever we fix our mind, or wherever we fix the mind out of love or hatredness or fear, the mind will reach that place, mind will become like that. When we think something, when we always think something out of love, our mind will become that object. Or out of hatredness, when we think, our mind also will become like that. Or out of fear, when we think, we also will become like that. Whatever the feeling it may be, whether it is love, hate, or fear. But the thing is, when whatever mind thinks, the mind will become that job, that object, that's all. Okay? Yatra yatra manodehi dharayet tattat sarupatam. The mind will become like that. As you think, so you become. In English, we say this statement. As you think, so you become. The worm inside this mud house, always thinking about wasp, the worm will become wasp. Tatsat sarupatam. It's changing, transforming its own form. The worms. Okay. For what? Why you brought this? Kita peshaskritam dhyayan kudyam tena praveshitaha yati tat satmatam rajan puro rupam asantyajan. Puro rupam asat. The worm is looking it's not looking very nice, the worms. This is cartoon worm, okay? Otherwise, it's very difficult to see this. Puro rupam. Puro rupam means earlier form of worm is not very nice. The worm, to look at this kind of worm is not nice feeling. Puro rupa asat. This asat rupam puro rupam, having given up this rupa, it has become, what that? Wasp. The earlier form is very ugly form. Having given up the ugly form, it's taking up new very colorful form. The same way, I have taken earlier what kind of form? The human form. I think that I am Jiva. So I have to drop this Jivaness, giving up the Jivahood. Then I have to transform myself as Brahma Swarupa. How we have to transform? By thinking about the Brahman, we will become Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi will take us towards Aham Brahmasmi. Slowly we will drop this body. Purva Rupam, this is like warm body. It's a very nice kind of example. O king, the wasp larva, meditating on the fully grown wasp that has put him in the hive, reaches without leaving his previous body, the same state of being when fully grown. So this worm will become like this. That's very interesting part. See, the example is very interesting. The house is made up of mud. Okay? House is made up of mud. You agree? Yes. This house is made up of mud. First day also I told, it's made up of mud. Mud house. We have taken our rice, wheat, all the things, fruits, mud. In the mud house, how the worm is sitting there, in the same way, the jiva is like worm. So many negative qualities. This mud house. From this, when the mind always thinking about Aham Brahmasmi, one day we will drop this mud house and the jiva will fly from this mud house, like Aham Brahmasmi. One day we will become like this beautiful wasp. What a great example, eh? Powerful example. Nowhere you see this kind of example to explain the realization. How we have to get realization? By meditation. How? You may bring your mind by love, hatredness, fear. So the same thought when you go to Bhagavatam, Kamsa realized Krishna by fear. Gopikas realized him by love. And Shishupala attained him through hatredness. And Shishupala also attained Krishna. Gopikas also attained Krishna. Kamsa also attained Krishna. What is this? There Narada Rishi says, this is not, emotions are important. You may take hatredness or love or fear. The thought flow is very important than the emotions. Anyway, you have to think him constantly. Here, the worm is thinking the fly constantly by fear. Through the fear only it is getting transformed. Somehow our thought should be there always with that Paramatma. So you become Paramatma. That is a point. Okay. Now in Atma Bodham or Gurudev, just to read Atma Bodham, 49th sloka of Atma Bodham, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya also bring the same example. Bhavet Brahmara Ketavatu. As the worm would transform into wasp. Worm into wasp. This will transform into. You go to sloka number 49. Atma Bodha, sloka number 49 also gives the same example. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. Okay. Now one more very nice thought. This is Ashtavakra Gita, chapter 1, sloka 11. It says, this line is very nice line. Muktabhimani mukto hi baddho baddhabhimani. When we think, if one thinks oneself is free, one is free. If one thinks one is bound, is bound. When we think we are free, we are free. We are think bound, we are bound. When we think. So muktabhimani mukto, baddhabhimani baddho. Kim vadanti hat satyayam. Ya mati sa gati bhavet. Ya mati hi sa gati. According to our mind, we reach our goal. So this is very powerful. You can make this as your motto of your company or your organization. Ya mati sa gati. It's a very nice line in Sanskrit. So according to our mind, we will reach the goal. That's all. Ya mati sa gatir bhavet. Powerful quote from Ashtavakra Gita. So in English we say, as you think, so you become. In English we have the statement, okay? Great example, the wasp. Powerful example. What a great psychology. Eh? So our Swami Vivekananda says, whenever you think you are strong, you become strong. If you think you are weak, you are weak. Therefore, bring positive ideas. Swami Vivekananda's idea. Inspiring all kinds of people in the world. Swami Vivekananda is not only meant for Hindus, he is meant for humanity. It's meant for humanity. Universal person. Okay? Now. So this is the last one. As you think, so you become. This is the lesson I learned from WASP. The 24 lessons we have completed now. Evam gurubhyaha etebhyaha yesha me sikshitam matihi. Swatma upasikshitam buddhim surname vadata prabho. This is what I know from taking instruction from all these gurus. He says, these are all my gurus. Now please, O King, hear from me what I have to say about the knowledge I acquired by learning from my own body. And one more thing, 24 gurus he completed. He has completed 24 gurus. Finally, he adds one more extra bonus. Free. Buy 24 and one is free. One lesson is giving free. And he is telling what kind of lesson I learned from this body. Having this body is not good. So what kind of vairagya I get when I do research on my body. So that kind of thing I have in my body. So that is not given here. Just you read it. So we have studied the 24 gurus. And these are the 24 gurus. Okay, we have finished. And my suggestion, as I told you, just to take something. You cannot take fish and hook. This is very dangerous. This you cannot show in Balavihar. Deer also, it's very difficult. You cannot bring from the forest deer. This will run away. Sparrow also very difficult. Elephant, through elephant you cannot do it. It is very difficult to bring to the Balavihar class. So whatever is possible, 2 or 3 examples, more than enough, they will never forget in the life. I tell you, more than covering the subject, you cover so many subjects, they'll remember little. But you do some activity, they never forget in their life. You take 5, 6 activities, first standard 2 activities, something. Like that, when they studied 10 years in Balavihar, every year 2 to the activity, at least 20 activity, seeing that they never forget, that is more than enough for their life. Other stotras, this and that, they may forget. So she was asking, I think Jamina was asking first day, when you practice something, you don't forget. When you learn something, you forget mentally. I think you only ask that question. So they may forget, but if they see something, if they do, they never forget. So the Balavihar class and all, we can see what this also you can do. The sun and sun reflection, okay? You can take part. Sun is there already. During sunny day only you have to bring this example, okay? Not during rainy or your some snowy day, sunny. You bring the part and ask them 4 or 5 parts. So one sun is reflecting all the parts in the same way. One Lord is reflecting all of you. Simple. Powerful lesson. Simple example. You can do it. It is not necessary always you have to keep the children inside the room and teach this. Take them to the out of this class. When you take them out of the class, they are very happy. They will like your class. They will come to the class forever. And they will like you only. Why? This teacher is not asking us to sit. And always it is taking us outside of the class. They are very happy. Okay? This kind of examples we can show them practically. Powerful lesson from Avadhuta Gita. Okay? Yeah, these are all the pictures. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5. In one slide, 6 lessons we have studied. This is second day, whatever we have studied in the second day. Okay? I'll send this. This is the third day, Gurus. 6. And this today's class we have studied this. Child, the bangle, goldsmith, snake, spider, and wasp. This is what we have studied. I will send all the slides today itself to you. And this is the picture form, okay? This is a picture form. You can make very nice, interesting kind of teaching for Balavihar. This is very nice content. Okay, the lessons learned from first 6 gurus. Do not deviate from the path, detach and absolute all the things we studied. This is second day. The lessons we have studied. The third day lessons we have studied, third 6. This is today's. Live in present. Live in present. Live in present. Or mindfulness, solitude, focus, make use of things. Lord is the source of the universe. As you think, so you become. So these are the things today we have studied. So we have finished successfully all the 24 gurus in 5 days. You are all brilliant students. Therefore, I went very fast. एवं संजात वैराग्यः विज्ञान लोके आत्मनि विज्ञान लोक आत्मनि विचरामि महिम येता मुक्त संग अहम anahangkriti. Thus without tie, so without any what do you call bond, having awakened with wisdom, looking from within the soul, I wander the earth free from attachment and false ego. Free from attachment and false ego. Mukta sangaha, anahangkriti. I do not have ego. I don't have any attachment. Evam sanjata vairagya. Like that, I received this. I gained the vairagyam. I am moving in this world happily. So Yaduraja asked, what is a reason for your happiness? Ananda Karanam. What is your Ananda Karanam? You tell me. So here he brought all the 24 gurus. This is how I learned from the gurus and I developed myself. I'm completely detached, free from all kinds of problems. Now I'm roaming in this world very, very happily. This is the answer he has given to Yaduraja. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. All this Avaduta Gita is given to Yaduraja. Oh Uddhava, now Bhagavan comes here. Oh Uddhava, this is how Avaduta gave this self-knowledge to Yaduraja. Ityuktva sa yadum viprastam amandrya gabiradihi vandito abhyarchito rajna yayo prito yatagat. Then after that, vanditaha abhyartitaha. He was worshipped. Avaduta was worshipped by Yaduraja and Avaduta went away. Yaduraja also, he has gone to his country. Very nicely explained by Lord Krishna. Avaduta vachasritva. Then what happened to Yaduraja? Yaduraja received Avaduta Gita from Avaduta. Avaduta vachasritva purvesham naha purvajaha. So Krishna says, my ancestor. Yaduraja is none other than my ancestor. So I have taken birth in Yadu Vamsa. Therefore, my name is Yadava. My ancestor. My Pura Pitamaha. Sarva Sangha Vinirmuktaha Samachitto Babuvaha. He also attained realization. Yaduraja attained realization. After some time, he must have gone to his kingdom and ruled the kingdom, and after that, he must have gone to forest, did tapas and realized. Okay? Realized and gone out of this cage. What is that cage? This is the cage. This body is cage, mind is cage. Released completely. One day we will fly like this. I do not know which day that is. It's a very nice day. We will also fly from the body. Don't worry. We are on the way now. Okay? So we have finished this. 24 gurus. So one point I want to discuss with you. Generally, we should know about our Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism. Now see, the science is related with the creation. You agree? The science, whether it is chemistry, physics or biology, botany, all these sections of science deals with the creation. Okay? You agree? But the philosophy deals with the creator. Okay? Why this point? Simply being in the Sanatana Dharma, we have to know this basic point. Because so many people are asking question. If you have this very nice thought, then you can defend the people if they ask question. Now, science deals with the creation, our external world. Philosophy deals with the creator, internal world. Is it okay? Okay. So philosophy deals with the creator, science deals with the creation. Okay. Okay, creator and creation. Science has got what do you call the scientific approach, cause and effect, hunting, causation hunting. Our Gurudev used to say causation hunting. So science also you find cause for the effect here. In the philosophy also you find the cause for the effect. Is it okay? Here also we ask question, who is the reason for this creation? We ask the question here. And here also we ask the question, who is the creator here? Okay. Here we have Big Bang theory. Here we have studies in Brahma Sutra. Atato Brahma Jignasa, Janmadhyasya Ataha, from whom this world has emerged. So this philosophy and science. The philosophy has got scientific approach, but philosophy is different from science. Are you okay? Philosophy has got scientific approach, but philosophy is totally different from science. Now see, all the scientists in the world, they know that the reason for this universe is God. Everybody, all scientists knows. They understood. Einstein also understood that there must be God. They are not denying God. There must be God. If scientists officially accept God, then they will become philosopher. So, officially, if they accept, they will come to this area. Okay. Therefore, even though I know there is some higher power which is controlling everything, I should not accept officially. If I accept officially, I will become philosopher. Is it okay? Therefore, they know the truth, but they should not. Otherwise, the scientific findings will be stopped. Because they have to go deeper into this external world. If they accept God, then they will become philosopher. In the philosophy, we accept God and we worship God, all the things will be there, but scientific approach. In the philosophy, we use the scientific approach to understand what is God. Is it okay? So therefore, the science is little different, philosophy is different. And both are in the same approach, scientific approach only. Causation hunting, in both the field you can see. But here, the topic is different, here the topic is different. Is it okay? You take it and you reflect and you will get idea. Now, in Hinduism, we have stories and rituals. So much of stories. So much of fabricated stories also. You take Panchatantra, completely fabricated stories. So what is the difference between Panchatantra and Avadhuta Gita? Panchatantra, the lion, tiger, rat, cat, everything will talk. In Avadhuta Gita, there is no, these children, these animals are talking. So naturally, he observes and learns the lesson. Are you getting it? So the Panchatantra, it is created, fabricated through the animals to bring some moral. So that kind of stories also we have. Fabricated, yes. And children will ask how the children will like in that area Panchatantra stories. But moral will teach. In Avadhuta Gita, he observes the nature, it is a little evolved kind of teaching. I hope you are good. For Yadu Raja, how can you tell the story like lions are talking and dogs are talking? Okay? Yadu Raja is a little evolved. Sir, you tell me how you learned. And he told, I learned from this. Spider is not talking here. I observed one thing from the spider. I hope you are getting it. So there is a difference between Panchatantra stories and Avadhuta Gita. So we have stories also. And we have rituals also. This is meant for children. Meant for children or meant for the mind which is like childish mind. Bala Buddhi. Even though we are 60 years, 70-year-old, Buddhi is like childhood. Because my mind, so physically I am a 70-year-old, but my mind is like child. So if you teach me Brahma Sutra, it's very difficult for me to grasp. So I need to have the stories and rituals, even though I am 70-year-old. I hope you are getting it. So the rituals and stories meant for the beginners. Instead of telling the children and or that immature people, we can tell beginners. So Sanatana Dharma, we have stories and rituals for beginners. If you grow, then you come to philosophy. This is for matured people. This is for grown-up people. Philosophy. So in Hinduism, we have two sections, stories and rituals. Another one is philosophy. Is it okay? Philosophy has got scientific approach. Here you will not have any scientific. This is the application of the philosophy. So in the beginning, you have to do all these things. After some time, we come to understand philosophy behind the story, philosophy behind the rituals. So what is happening in the world now? People are now in the new generation. Or people, when you go to Balivihar, the small children, they will receive. After 7, 8, 9th standard, they will ask question. I am not, they are telling, this is religion, okay? This is religious and this is spiritual. Spiritual. They are telling, I am spiritual, I am not religious. They are using this technical term now. Why don't they have bindi? Wash it. Why you are not wearing this kind of that mala? Take it away. Why you are not going to temple? No need. I'm not going to temple. I will not put this bindi. I will not do puja. I am very stylish looking and very modern. But don't you believe God? God is there. I accept. But I do not do all these things. Arati, this and that. I don't want. Then what is your stand? I am very spiritual. I am not religious. That means I understood what is philosophy. So I don't want any rituals and stories. They say like that. Sir, this understanding, if you want to keep this understanding so strongly, you need to have stories and rituals. This will protect this. Otherwise, you will disappear with worries and so many problems in your life. So these are the protecting areas. This only will protect. You have to follow, you have to do all the things, even though you do not know the philosophy behind it. One day you will come to understand what is the philosophy behind it. This is also needed. So these identification, these are what the symbols we need to have in our life. Otherwise, you will be lost. Okay, so this is also important. This is also important. And it's now see in the in what do you call this? In the paddy. The paddy you have rice inside. The paddy rice inside, and husk also outside. Outside the husk is closing it. There's no doubt rice is very important, but to protect the rice, you need to have husk outside. So we need to have stories, rituals, all the things we need to have. We have understanding, so we live together. There is no need to go to church or temple to change the ring and all. No, Tali Saradu. We understand we live together, that's all. So this is very dangerous. At any time you may separate, but if you have child also will get into problem. You need to have all the rituals, all the connection, people should come. You have to go to temple or church, make all kinds of the rituals are more important to connect the society. Therefore, here we will not have scientific approach. Here, scientific approach will not be there. Stories and rituals, you have to follow to protect the religion. Here only you have a scientific approach. If somebody says that Hinduism doesn't have a scientific approach, yes, you are right. In Panchatantra, there is no science. In Purana stories, there is no science. But scientific fact is expressed through the stories and through the fabricated stories like Panchatantra. Science behind the story is important. Because for the beginners, it's very difficult to understand the philosophy. They train our mind here, and slowly we have to grow and we have to come to this place. This place is more important. To come to this place only, so stories and rituals are kept for the beginners. Is it okay? This is more important, to come to this place. Therefore, in Sanatana Dharma, we have two parts, religious part and spiritual part. These two should come together to make Sanatana Dharma. I hope you understand this point. Otherwise, people are asking, Hinduism is not scientific. Sir, science deals with the creation, sir. You cannot expect this from here. But here we have scientific approach. This is not science, this is philosophy. Any religion all over the world, you cannot ask, religion is not science. So science is totally different. That is meant for external world. But religion, whenever you come to religion, there is faith is there. In faith, where is science? Faith is meant for heart. Science is meant for head. So there we have to be very clear. Otherwise, people are asking the scientific question, they are asking the religion. It's very difficult to answer. I hope you understood. So this part is little important. Now, today's question, only one question we had today. What do you mean by path when you speak of the wonderful example of the earth? Yeah, we studied earth. So can you please elaborate and not to deviate from a chosen path? When children get so distracted with the media and choosing a career path, and adults are forced to multitask. There are so many choices. The thing is, the path you understood very clearly. Your question also very clear. Your question has got the answer also. So not deviating from the path means, now see, this is our goal, okay? This is our goal. Some goal. So if you are a spiritual person, you keep your goal as freedom or the liberation. That is the highest goal. Just leave it. But short-term goal you have, mid-term goal, long-term goal in the life. Long-term goal, I have to get the medal from the Olympic. Whether it is possible or not, that is a different long-term goal. In my life, I have to achieve it. This is a lifetime goal. And mid-term goal, I have to buy this car. Somehow I have to buy this car and drive on this road. Otherwise, I have to build one big house. Mid-term goal. Short-term goal, as soon as I complete this class, I have to sleep properly. Not thinking about Avaduta Gita and all. Just forget. Whatever. Forget. Go. Sleep. Immediate goal. Short-term, mid-term goal, and long-term. And life goal is a liberation. That is completely different. Okay. Whenever we have some goal, and we have to work for that goal. So we are moving towards the goal in a particular path. This is the path. When you move in this path, so many distractions for the students. Knowledge is the goal for the students. For the students, media, cell phone, this and that, all the distractions. They'll be completely distracted. The same way, everybody has got some goal. When you move in the path, there will be so many distractions. If they are children, then parents are there to guide them. Definitely you have to guide. There is no other way. You have to know how to cut it, how to guide them. This is your responsibility because they do not have maturity to handle those distractions. You should know how to do it without any disturbance in your mind. If we become matured person, then we have to handle our disturbance. That's all. If they are children, it is, so what you are telling is 100% right. All the media, the internet, the cell phone, all are a distraction. We do not have any control over that. We are in a problem, very deep problem. Even we are having the school. So when they come to school, we can tell you should not bring a cell phone to the school. But when they are there in the home, the parent should have control over them. It's a very difficult process. I can understand your problem also. Because everybody is having an internet, a phone, all the things. And this child is saying, his father is very nice father. He is allowing this fellow to do everything. You are not nice father. You are like Mahatma Gandhi. You are controlling me. And you are not giving freedom to me. They compare with other father also, other families also. So we are in problem. I can understand. But we do not know how to solve this kind of problem. This generation, we are having so much of a, I do not know what will happen next generation and all this distraction. Maybe we are not getting goal by distraction. We may not get goal, that's all. The drugs also comes now. Not only media, internet, or drugs, those all over the world. Very big threat. The thing is, we have goal and we try to follow. On the way, we get so many problems. Like what you told us, your question is very perfect question, and the question has got answer. You understood. Any goal, when we keep, there will be some problem. We have to handle it. If they are children, parents should guide. If you are a grown person, then we have to handle the distractions. Okay, different goal, different distractions will be there. I think your question is answered. When you ask the question, you understood and you asked. Thank you very much for this question. Okay. So we have completed our, what is that? Avadhuta Gita successfully. So Avadhuta Gita is over. Okay. Thank you very much. You are all very nice. The students, and received this 24 gurus nicely. Very nice kind of question also you brought every day. Thank you very much. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.